So something you may not know about me, I am a bit of a firearms enthusiast and hobbyist. And if you're gonna be into this stuff, you cannot be a retard about it. You need to know what you're doing. You're dealing with very powerful tools, and you need to know what you're doing. You need to be responsible with this stuff. You're gonna find yourself in a lot of trouble. So, Boogie 1488. He decided that he invited this guy to his house. I don't know the full context of this, but there's a lot of things. Let's just have a counter here. Let's see if we can see everything that's wrong here.
Cameron, this doesn't have to go down this way, buddy.
You're a fat pussy.
Yeah.
You won't even open the door?
Oh, I will.
And then what, you're gonna shoot me?
No, I'm thinking my roommate will.
You're gonna kill me?
I guess so, buddy. Just give me a second to get my dog wrangled.
You're a
Okay, so you probably should not, if you have a gun on you, don't tell someone you're gonna kill them. You're gonna get yourself in a lot of trouble, especially if you have a gun on you and you tell someone you're gonna kill them. Don't do that. Never. If there's someone trespassing on your property, call the cops first, and then if they try to break in, listen, I'm not a lawyer, okay? Don't take any legal advice from me. But a wiser thing to do, something that would have been more on the wise side. This guy is a troll. He wasn't gonna break into his house. So Boogie should have just called the cops on this guy and not say, yeah, I'm gonna kill you. That's mistake number one that we've seen so far, so let's keep going.
fucking pussy, dude.
Oh, hold on. I'll show you pussy, bud.
Very poor choice of words from Boogie.
Cocked and ready? Let's just pull the trigger.
Okay, so we don't see it on video, but Boogie's roommate is handing him a double-action revolver. Is it cocked and ready? Thank God this thing is not cocked. If you know anything about revolvers, a single double-action revolver, there's a double-action function where you pull the trigger and it pulls the hammer back. And once you reach the breaking point, the trigger, the hammer flies forward and hits the primer, launches the bullet out. You can pull the hammer back and lock it, and that's single action mode, and the trigger is very light. I'm not gonna lie to you, the first time I shot a revolver, I kept the barrel down range, but I had a negligent discharge. I just put my finger on the trigger, and boom, lead came out of the barrel. So thank God this thing was not cocked and ready, as we'll see. I have to go to this edit video to see, because we only see... So this doesn't give us the accurate thing of what happened. It's a bit of a meme video, but it has the footage in it, so...
I guess so, buddy. Okay. Is it cocked and ready? Let's just pull the trigger.
His buddy says there's no safety on that. I'm not sure what exactly he has or what the trigger pull is on it. I was actually surprised. My buddy got a brand new Smith & Wesson 686, I think it was. And the trigger pull on that was very, very heavy. I actually was like shaking a little bit trying to pull the trigger. So this one's probably worn in a little bit better, but still it's at least like 8 pounds, right? So thankfully, like an 8-pound trigger on this thing. And we can see when he goes to fire it too, he struggles a little bit. But let's be thankful, because if this troll would have been blasted if this thing was cocked and ready.
Yeah, on 3, pull the trigger.
Okay. Is this what I have to do?
Truth is.
That's probably a mistake. He's now like being confrontational. He's going after the guy with a gun. He's advancing towards him with the gun.
You fat fucking. Oh my God. Is this real? Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes. He's here to look at the air conditioner, Sam. Is this what I have to
You're
do?
a fucking.
About 30 seconds, I'm gonna fire a warning shot.
Fire it now.
So where do I even start? He's saying, "Are you gonna kill me?" And he's going, "Yes, yes." That's a bad idea. He says, "In 30 seconds, I'm gonna fire a warning shot." What? It goes on later in the video. I think they show a few clips about firing a warning shot. A warning shot is not a thing. You should not even have the thing in your hand unless your life is in danger, unless there is an imminent threat of imminent bodily harm, is what they'll tell you. If there's no threat of imminent bodily harm, you don't have the right to pull that thing out on someone. And obviously, if he can wait 30 seconds to fire a warning shot, there's no threat of imminent bodily harm. Same thing with a warning shot. The only reason you should be firing at anyone or pulling the trigger at all is if there is that imminent threat. If you pull the trigger and let one loose, like just in the neighborhood, you're discharging the firearm when you didn't have any right to. So that is I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer, right? Don't take any advice from me, but that is like an act of aggression. If you fired at someone and there wasn't any imminent threat to your life, then you are held liable for that. Again, not a lawyer, not a cop, but just a hobbyist and enthusiast. I know not to do this.
Fire the warning shot now.
I can fucking end you. I don't care if I die as long as you do. Laying dead on my fucking front lawn. I'm sending you home in a fucking body bag. When I fucking bury you, I will fucking end you.
Trigger discipline! His finger is on the trigger, pointing it right at him. That is horrible trigger discipline. Again, look at that dog, dude. The dog next to him. Again, look at that trigger discipline. Look at that trigger discipline. Look at that. Fingers right. His booger hook is on the boom switch. Not good. Bad trigger discipline. If that thing was cocked, just him setting his finger on there, that could send it flying right out. This is someone that doesn't know what they're doing. They don't have any business having their fingers anywhere near a gun.
Motherfucker, because I'm going to fucking kill you and take pleasure doing it.
Once you rewind.
Run the track! Run the track! Run the track!
Yeah, look at that. He's pulling. Yeah, he's struggling to pull that. That's some hard double action. So thankfully, yeah, don't fire a warning shot. Don't listen to Joe Biden's advice.
Put that double-barrel shotgun and fire 2 blasts.
Do not fire off 2 blasts. That is illegal. Again, not a lawyer, but I know enough to know to not fire a warning shot. That is not a thing you do.
I did, in fact, talk with the cops about this. They said you're not supposed to fire a warning shot. They said I should have fired at him if I was going to pull the trigger, and they said I shouldn't have answered the door. They said I should have just stayed indoors and called them.
What happened? A warning shot was probably going to be considered a use of deadly force.
Right. This guy is a lawyer. Maybe listen to him. Yeah, firing the gun is a use of deadly force. It is.
Keep in mind as well that what goes up must come down. I don't know of a single law enforcement trainer who actually suggests that it's a great idea.
This may not be the best idea.
1 minute remaining.
Please don't make me do this.
We just leave this property so I can leave.
Why's this guy got a gun?
I'm just here looking at
Because I feel threatened.
This guy's about to kill somebody right in front of you.
I'll shoot to wound.
I'll shoot to wound. No, don't shoot to wound. If you're shooting to wound, there is no threat. There's no imminent threat to you. And first off, that's just a myth. If you hear anyone talking about, well, why didn't they just shoot him in the leg? You are listening to someone who has no clue what they're talking about. Now, Boogie just sent, I guess I heard that's a 44 Magnum. He just sent a 44 Magnum into a school zone, so he's a retard. If you are shooting at something, if you have to shoot at someone, you aim center of mass, the biggest part. Because guess what? Shooting a gun is not like in the movies. It's not as easy as it looks in the movies. You're not John Wick. especially a handgun. A handgun is a lot more challenging to fire than you think. I was shooting at a bottle at probably 10, 15 yards, a bottle that was about as thick as my forearm, and I couldn't hit it. I couldn't hit it. So this idea that, well, you could just shoot him in the leg. If you shoot him in the leg, miss, the bullet can ricochet off the ground, go and hit someone across the street. If you aim to hit them in the arm and it goes through them and hits the neighbor's dog, that's on you. And again, you shouldn't be using a firearm if deadly force is not necessary. If there's not an imminent threat of severe injury or death, severe bodily harm, there's no authority. There's no grounds for self-defense. This is not self-defense, right? Again, not a lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a cop. But as a layman, as a bit of a hobbyist and enthusiast, he has made so many stupid mistakes. Things that are anyone who, before they even touch a gun, needs to know. He like broke every single one of them.
If you're gonna shoot the moon, you should shoot yourself.
No, I plan to shoot you, bud.
Right here. Right here.
Okay.
Right here.
Okay. I'm asking you to leave.
You pointing a gun at me?
Yes. You are on my property. You have threatened my life.
You are a fat
Castle doctrine.
You're a fat
So, yeah. A lot of mistakes here. A lot of things to be learned. Don't do anything Boogie did. Nothing.
That really, I just think it's funny.
This is not funny to me. You know where I live, Frank? I'm waiting. We're locked and loaded. Show the fuck up. I'm going to stop.
Yeah, Boogie is not Boogie is not nothing he did was right. So please, before you even touch one of these things, watch a couple of videos or something, get some training, go and get some training. Don't be an idiot. Boogie is going to be in a lot of trouble. He's going to get in serious trouble for this. So I'm waiting to see how this plays out. I'm going to be following this story. I think this is about a week old at this point. So I'm a little late. But again, I'm not a lawyer, not a cop, just a bit of a hobbyist. And even as a layman, I know he did everything wrong. So please don't do what Boogie just did. Don't be a retard.